a great day for us. We're very excited. We have a really fun show today because we have, let's see, we have the Graylings. The Graylings are in the house.
Is that right?
Yeah. I couldn't tell, I had to draw your baby from my own imagination. Is that pretty close? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Nice to see you, John, over there. Nice to see you, Pearl. On the internet, on the cyberspace, and in real life. Is that good? I guess that's good. I was just trying to do a nice test. Okay, so once again, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Would you hit the
Lights.
Would you shatter the dome, Pearl?
Wow.
Perfect.
That was shattered.
Yeah, it's nicer out here. Do you guys hear something?
Yeah, I hear that.
Sorry, there might have been a big loud echo. I don't know
I was
how it
wondering
works.
why it was coming like an echo that I could hear a little bit.
I think it was just coming out of my computer because it's muted over there, so it couldn't go.
Yeah, it
over.
wasn't coming. It was really quiet, but I was like, hey,
I think it was going through there.
Me.
Okay, so let's see who we got in our studio today. First, we have Pearl back in the studio. That's really nice. It's been a little while.
Oh.
And then let's search around this jungle, see if anybody else is around here. Hi guys.
Oh, hey.
They're sitting right over there.
Oh, the foliage is so thick I didn't even see you.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have to. I don't know if it was
Wait,
time
go
to
back
introduce
them.
the
I didn't
guest.
see them.
Well, just let me check the list, Pearl, because watch. There's something really exciting on the go. Today's goals. Falcon beat intro music. Great, Josh. Thanks for letting us tune our guitars during your intro.
Very nice.
My pleasure.
Introduce special guest, the Graylings. So who's the Gray for our viewers? Who's the Graylings?
Well, we are the Graylings. Do you want to know like what a Grayling is?
Yes.
Or
I want to know every detail.
okay. Well, it's actually spelled Graylings.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
But it is a fish.
What is the... Did I spell it like a color?
You spelled it like the color. We're of the fish persuasion, the aquatic animal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I never knew how to spell that color.
So
I went hiking and caught a bunch of graylings this last summer.
You should have asked Josh how to spell it.
How do you spell it, Josh?
I don't know. I'm dyslexic.
Josh
I
has
catch
extreme
this on
dyslexia, so he doesn't. He has to memorize the word grayling.
a
But
grayling
how is
it's a thalamus fish. Supposedly, I've never handled one, but supposedly they smell like thyme. That's what thalamus means, I think.
Oh, like the spice?
I don't
Yeah,
have that good a smell.
and they're indicator species like a monarch butterfly.
They look as pretty.
Like if
as one of
the
those.
environment is doing healthy, then they thrive. So they're
Yeah.
kind of fragile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're very delicate little things.
We're probably an indicator
on your
species too,
protection.
because we're so fragile.
There's this. I went to
Just us. Just us.
I went to this special lake and they thrived there, and they were like the most beautiful looking fish ever.
Up in the that's cool. They're very
Excuse me.
beautiful. They look like little they got like the big dorsal fin.
Yeah. They look kind of like mermaids.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you guys called the Graylings?
Why are we called the Graylings?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just went along with it. You're like, yeah, sure. I mean, I liked the fish. We got married in Montana
On the grayling arm.
the Grayling arm
Whoa.
of Montana, of Hebgen Lake. So, and it seemed like a cool name. It had the color gray in it.
Hold on a second. Are you guys married? You guys are married? Are you guys a married duo band?
We
Yeah.
are a betrothed duo. With kid now.
Yay.
Yeah. So let's
We were going down the list too far.
let's check this again. Sorry, it's taking me so long. Oh,
Wait, it's an E with that. Dang.
Oh well.
It's okay.
E
Let's start the show over.
with an A. I guess I'll draw the. It's hard. I spelled it wrong many times.
It's okay. It's not a big deal. Our baby likeness was amazing.
That's kind of what the baby looks like. So
It
I was
does
really
actually.
hoping that you would bring your child.
Yeah, we thought about it.
But that's
But we're kind of like sleep training him right now.
Well, that cartoon is supposed to be
So that's him.
you guys coming together, and then there's a baby.
There's, yeah.
Oh,
That's
I like
awesome.
it. That
I
is
love it.
very sweet. I love it.
It's just like the Polaroid you gave me too. Little Ren's tongue is out.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. How long have you guys been playing together?
Oh,
This is our special baby episode, in case anyone's wondering.
15 years?
15 years. Oh my gosh. Is it 15 years?
14 years?
2007, 2008.
wow.
Yeah.
When me and Lena talk about that, I always say, it seems like forever.
It does seem like forever.
Does it?
I mean,
In a good way.
We met at choir camp.
That's how my mom and dad met.
Oh, cute.
They met in Carmel.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Let's check the list. Do you have any other professional introduction points you'd like to drop on our viewers?
No, I think that's about it. We covered the bases. Married duet.
Well, I'll introduce these guys because they've played on our patio this summer and played at Twilight a whole bunch of times when we were working over there doing our artistic labors, and we're big fans of these guys. Right, Pearl? We
Yeah.
played on their porch one time on Halloween.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
They paid us to do it.
Yep.
They were
Big
the
bucks.
feature
That's the most we've ever
attraction
made.
for the Halloween show.
That was the best.
That was the
awesome.
best. That was before COVID times. That was a house packed full of people.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it was packed porch.
very packed house.
Brought us multiple heaters.
And we talked to strangers.
Yeah, we talked to strangers. All your friends were strangers, I guess, at the house.
Yeah.
And the trick-or-treaters because you just moved in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your brand new house in Sugar House?
Yep.
Yep.
That will hopefully become an annual thing if we get out of COVID times. We kind of had a small one this year.
No, we
Yeah,
didn't.
I mean, we walked outside with our baby on parade.
We walked
and
outside.
with masks on and threw candy at kids
Now
from a
you guys are gonna
distance.
now Halloween means something. Really means something.
Yeah,
I
now
know, it
Halloween.
does.
now
Oh my
there's someone who
gosh.
loves Halloween a
I don't
child.
know,
Wait,
is it more
yeah.
than you guys?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think. I don't know how you
I
guys
love it a
like
lot. So.
I don't
He's
know,
gonna
so-
love it.
You won't love it as much after you see how much your kids like it. You won't. It'll put things in perspective. That's what happened to me.
And
Okay.
when they get old enough, you'll yell at them, say thank you! Say thank you! I did that.
Okay. Let's. We can't talk about everything first because there's a long list. Let's see. The goals we're trying to meet today are introduce special guest Graylings.
Spelled wrong. Again.
The gray. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. I just don't know how to spell gray. Okay.
Well, I didn't
You can
know
spell
was
it that
a
way,
fish.
But I don't know any other way to spell it because I think that's how you spell the color.
Yeah.
That is how you spell the
But
color.
it's not
Fish,
about
though.
the
The
color.
fish is
I think you spell the
G-R-A-Y.
color both ways.
I think you do.
There's a Japanese pop band
Uh-huh.
that is called Glay.
Glay.
And I spell it like Glay, except with the vowels that
Fernet.
I imagine they might use.
I feel like I'm drinking mouthwash.
I
Yeah,
like
the
it.
Fernet. Thanks for the Fernet, Pearl.
I love it.
It's a
Yeah,
Fernet
let's get
night.
sponsored.
No kid.
Okay, let's check the list. Here we go.
Let's check it.
Like there first.
I'm going to keep the camera on you so I can get a reaction when I show the next thing.
Ooh.
Oh, Darwin and ecosystems of thought.
Oh. Dang it, I forgot
What do you
all
got? Darwin and ecosystems of thought. What do you guys think about that?
Take it away, Zach.
Darwin and ecosystems of thought. I feel like we're living in survival of the fittest. There's some pretty brutal thoughts out there.
I forgot to write epigenetics. That was the other one.
That's all you.
I don't even know what that word means.
Epigenetics is how your genes express
Like turn
while you're living,
Oh.
or I think while you're living. I think it means while you're living. That includes oat genes, banana genes.
Interesting.
because they're all there, but they just turn on at certain times,
Yeah.
or something triggers them to turn on.
We learned that someone said on the podcast that in the future, all medicine will be epigenetic medicine.
Huh.
On what podcast?
The one about epigenetics. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, because then they could turn stuff on to.
Oh, it includes while your mom is pregnant with you. It also includes your grandkids quite a bit on the podcast. I can't remember the details.
What podcast did you listen to?
I can't remember
A
that. It's the most
person's
important
podcast?
detail. No, it was like some science podcast.
Oh,
So
cool.
you guys have your genes, and now, and they were changed a little bit, like added something here, and then your kid has the new version of you,
Yeah.
and then
Epigenetics.
That's regular.
Genetics.
Yeah, the epigenetics
turn
are part
off
of
and
it
on and
also.
in now
Yeah.
It's amazing.
at certain times. But it's so cool that they're just a little bit different now.
You know how they say when you get too stressed out, you get a gray hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like,
Epigenetics is if you get too stressed out, your grandchildren will have gray hair.
Oh, okay. We just heard about, it's like the dark version of that, the generational trauma, like where like you used to think
That's epigenetics.
Is it? Okay, that's what I had just heard. I just heard this from my sister-in-law. That yeah, you thought you could like get away with the crazy things that you dealt with, and not pass those on to your kids, but those things are like they're in the
That's too much pressure.
It affects how their genes,
Yeah, I know,
how their
it's a
genes
lot.
express. It affects how their genes express.
Like already, like.
Bridget's stressing
Like,
out. She's like, more Fernet, please.
I know.
So it's really important that you try to function really well, so you don't mess up your
So, like,
genes.
Our kids and our grandkids aren't messed up.
Ren's gonna wear cool jeans, I think.
He's gonna wear
He's gonna be in cool jeans.
He's not gonna wear skinny jeans.
Yeah.
He's not gonna wear skinny jeans.
Yeah,
that's
he
for
won't.
sure.
No skinny jeans.
Maybe he'll wear Jankos.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Yeah.
Gonna, he's a chubby little legged dude.
All right, I'm doing a bad job on my camera button. Let's check the list. Let's see. Darwin and ecosystems of thought. Oh yeah, me and Josh put this on there because we wanted to say we are dealing with the COVID virus right now, and there's what about the viruses of thought that we deal with all the time, that are just as
They're like the virus.
virulent. What do you guys think?
Like
I want to
Trump
comment,
thought, like
and then
how
we'll move on.
Powerful Trump got
Yeah.
from thought.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we have an example, a recent one. I'll be vague, but like, there's just crazy things that like certain people you love will be sending around. And you're like, that's just not true, and you're like, I mean, it's interesting how like how well they're like disguised too is like true. Like there was like this thing going around that was supposedly written by C.S. Lewis. And it really like got sent around by like a lot of people that are in like a religious community. But I like in a former life read both those books. I was like, he didn't write that. That's kind of crazy. And it was just like kind of a manipulative thing on the current time, but it had gone viral. So you're like, it's like this virus that's a virus of thought.
Yep, viruses of thought. These are also our Sime talks because we're texoteric theists, so we try to talk about futuristic
Wait, what does that mean?
religious ideas.
Tesoteric what?
Texoteric. Soteric is study of salvation, and a texoteric theist would think that our salvation is through our technology in a theistic form. Read it and weep. What do you think? What do you think back there, Pearl?
I was like, wait, what?
What?
Thought vacation should
There's
be on
kind
the
of
list.
like,
Eventually, bravo.
Yeah, thought vaccinations.
Or vaccinations.
Ooh, yeah, thought vaccinations.
And vacations also. Yeah, thought vaccinations are.
That,
It's
it
hard to
should be on the
It's hard to
list
vaccinate
eventually.
people. If you vaccinate people for thought, then it's not appropriate. You're being mean. Okay, let's move on.
We're just like always sitting here like.
Okay, here we are. Darwin and ecosystems of thought.
Oh, my
hi Nora.
The science that the reason I put that on there is the science that studies kind of the breakthrough in a lot of futurist thought now is that the science you can test on ecosystems and super systems and big systems and small systems apply to other big systems. That's all.
And I'm reading a book.
And Josh is reading a book about it.
That's basically like that.
Yep.
What's the book?
It's Darwinian's. What is it? Revolution.
Huh.
Or it's.
Is it like your Bible, Josh?
Well, no, not really. But it's basically we should use like how we view science and how we do biology, like how we find the problem or solutions, and then do that, or how species, and that applies to we should run our like financial systems like that, because it should be like problem solving, not just.
Sure.
Here,
Well, that was
I'll
our-
say what the book really.
That was our
is.
first baby step, is talking about virus compared to, how people, how thoughts are also, and our epigenetic future and our mimetic heritage.
The book's called "This View of Life: Completing the Darwinian Revolution." It's real great. Let's see if it will.
Reading now. Hey, it's got an arrow on it.
Yeah.
Arrows are
little
cool.
people.
Hey, that's neat.
That's really good.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, today's goals. Let's check it now. Today's goals, Darwin and ecosystems of thought. My niece is named Darwin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Graylings play first song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what we were working up towards, but we kind of hogged the conversation. You guys have anything you want to talk about before
Yeah.
you play the song?
We could play a song that's kind of in line with.
Do you want to tell us about this?
Yeah, we want to hear about the song. Plus, do you have one that's about Darwin and ecosystems of thought?
Oh,
We could do one on the ecosystems of thought. Do you want to do Flaming Tongues?
sure.
Do we tell what we're? Is this a little more like you want a context for the song? or
Yeah.
The
should we
more
just play it?
context, the better.
Okay. My brother just asked me about this one the other day. So it's kind of like it's written around a specific moment, but I think that as art does, it grows into something much more. And I think that we were playing with this idea that like we both grew up in religious communities where like this idea of flaming tongues was like seen as like a beautiful thing and like praising something. And we had seen some of that language be used to like burn things down. So we kind of played with like the idea of like flaming tongues being like the thing that sets your home on fire. And then too, just like there's like this idea of like a lethargic response to that versus like, oh, maybe we need to like words matter and we need to, I don't know, pay more attention to that. So it's kind of got a pivot in the middle where that happens. And then I guess, yeah, there's like it was written in the time. We were living in Los Angeles when there was like some really crazy fires right behind where we were living. And so it was like a real like physical thing that was happening, and you'd see these fires coming down the mountains, and you'd see like different neighborhoods that had been burned on the news and stuff. So it was kind of like a, just a real thing to draw from. So anyway, yeah.
Wow. Can't wait. Let's start clapping. Words matter. Words are as important as songs. Let's hear the song now.
You gonna start the harmonium?
Oh, sure. Like clouds bloom in the review, red moon rising up ahead. The fire burns down the hill toward town. Soon they'll be evacuated. Get out now. There's gas upon the ground, and this house will soon burn down from these flaming tongues. Walked in the door, see the outer roar. Kings we've elected to rule us. The smell of fumes filled the room. You could not hear what we're saying. Get out now. There's gas upon the ground, and this house will soon burn down from these flaming tongues, from these flaming
Shout out to Nora at home
And Cody's there too.
and Cody.
Hey, Cody.
Red Sky Phenomenon. Nice to see you. That sounded fantastic. How's it sound, Josh? Through your
sounds
headphones.
good. Still adjusting a little bit.
Great. I didn't put this on the list, but do you guys got a little artist shout out? Do you got any artist shout outs before we check the list?
Like
Artist shout-outs?
buddies? Or
Artist shout outs!
Any-
Woo!
artist shout out? My sister, Candace Galanis, she's a visual artist. She's a painter. Who you got?
My niece Naomi.
Oh, she's good. She's really
Hell
good.
yeah.
That's adorable.
Hell yeah, these are some of my children's art on the walls over here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Your painting session, the painting video or the
Did you
TV
see
show,
that?
I
Yeah.
watched that in its entirety, and that was the most charming, amazing.
Oh God, that's so
That was
cool.
great
Hey,
content.
That was my daughter Helena.
Yeah, that was really fun.
You know, Josh, hand that painting over. Let's show it again.
Oh, the Christmas present.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Oh.
Yay.
I didn't know anybody saw that.
The
Except we probably talked on it.
it's really yellow compared
I
to
saw you
all
guys
the-
unwrapping the presents. That's really funny.
I'm always working on my Jeep still too.
Yeah, you are. That's awesome.
Wow. Pearl, it wasn't that one. It was a Bob Ross style painting.
Oh, I know
show.
that one. I didn't see that, but it came up on my emails, and I thought that was so adorable.
It was.
Oh, it was so.
And then Zach told me about how adorable it was when we talked in person.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I've wanted to do another one. It was a lot of work to set up. Okay, let's check the list. Good artist shout outs. Because I was doing mine. I was doing a shout out to Nora and Cody. Okay, today's goals. Shout out to if anybody is out of town on vacation watching. Artist shout out to my wife Lena. Whenever I know she's not watching, or else she would have written something.
She'd be like, it's very sunny. Or it's
Okay,
very
let's
warm.
see. Yeah, sorry. I got some comments on the sides about those extreme visuals I was doing.
They were so
Welcome to life, guys. Okay, let's see. Gremlin talk.
Whoa.
There's a gremlin in here.
That's what you call their kid?
No, I wanted to talk about your child, and then I saw your sweater, and then
My shirt.
I wrote that so we could talk about your little
Our
gremlin.
little gremlin, and then I wore a gremlin shirt.
Yeah,
That's wild.
my gremlins are just about 14.
They got water spilled on them.
Yeah, you fed them after
Yeah,
that
they
day.
got all.
Yeah,
Mine too. Spilled
yeah,
water
I
on
spill water on them, and then next minute they're 14. So, do you want to? But we already talked about. Do you think we talked about kids enough,
I don't know.
or do you think
Did
we should talk about your little gremlin for a minute?
I mean, I always want to talk about
Yeah.
him.
Let's hear it.
Yeah,
This is our baby episode, so
Well, he's just like a really good kid. We're really lucky.
really doesn't cry
I
constantly.
mean, he cries, but not constantly at all. He's pretty content, which is nice.
How old?
That is good.
He's 4 months.
Oh, wow.
How big?
He is.
You have to show with your hands.
He's like 25 and a half. I know, I just took him to the pediatrician. He's 25 and a half long. Does that look right?
Yeah.
And then he's 16 pounds, 3 ounces.
Oh.
So he's in the 75th percentile for weight.
Keep it with part of the floor.
And then his head's in the 94th percentile.
We said it before the show. He's
We
got
did.
daddy dome. Mm-hmm.
And then he's a little tall for his age group too.
Yeah.
He's a little meatball.
That's funny.
He's
That's
a
how
When you
you,
put your hands up like that, I was like, whoa.
that's funny. That's how you keep track of babies. Is like these stats.
Uh-huh.
The stats,
It's
yeah.
like they're
Like their
baseball
their
card.
batting average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those days. That was
I remember the stats and the graphs. They give you a graph.
They
to show
give you
where
the
they fit
graph.
on the
He
stats.
jumped like curbs. Like he gained a lot of weight this last time. So,
He's been chowing down.
but he's awesome. He's like, he's just learning. Like he's just in that cooing, like kind of phase. He's just starting to vocalize, and then he's starting to like grab for things.
Oh, okay.
You know, my kids were. It was a couple months before they got.
They were kind of preemies, huh?
They were preemies.
Yeah.
Cabbage Patch preemies.
Extra small.
Preemies need extra love. But it took a couple months before they got to even normal baby.
Yeah.
So you were always really low on the.
Well, they started
Stats.
they didn't cry because they were still in the womb in their emotional state, so they didn't cry for a couple months.
Huh.
And all of a sudden they started crying, and we're all,
Whoa.
"What's happening?"
Wow, that's crazy.
And you did it like double trouble, like two, like all the firsts were like times 2.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
They started crying, and we were like, "There has to be
You had stereo
a bug
crying.
bite. They must have got bit by a bug or something." And then it's like they must have a string wrapped around their toe or something like that.
That does happen. They get their hands like all full of lint and like gross.
They
They
get-
smell like cheese.
Yeah,
Like
it smells like a
you
bag
like
of
pull out
Doritos.
these like things of lint because you're so like clenched up. It's
Oh
so
my
gross.
gosh.
Oh, we forget all this.
Let's move on. There might be some more baby talk later in the episode. Yeah, we forget some of these details, but it's coming back to me.
Yeah, once you said that, I remember their little sticky hands and stuff.
It's all sticky.
And how they did smell like cheese.
They smell like cheese, yeah.
I don't remember the cheese smell.
They just have kind of milky cheese bread.
Milky cheese bread.
Mhm.
It gets like under their neck, and then they have like curdled like.
Well, I just remember that they're just spewing barf and pee and poo every.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So
all
I didn't
those
notice
things.
the cheese smell. Okay, let's check the list. Let's come back. Let's return to this subject.
All right.
Because we're kind of on it. Because you guys have to get home to go take care of the baby.
That's true.
The Graylings play second song.
All right.
Hey, would you honor us with a nice description of the song? Unless there's not, if there is one.
Sure. You go.
What
should
are
we
we
play
doing?
Honeybee?
Especially for our viewers.
You want to do Honeybee? This one's a fun one. This is like a kid song.
Yeah, but you have to intro it.
You can intro it.
No,
Bridge doesn't like introing the songs.
I don't.
This is like it's like a kid's like rock and roll song, but it's about bees. We love bees, and it's pretty literal about bees, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of also about like ladies too, right?
You said that in a creepy way.
Ladies. It could be. Yeah, definitely.
No, that's okay.
What chemical DHT is, but I know DDT might kill some part of bees.
Alright, I just had to see if I remember that part. Tell me when you're ready.
I think.
Call it out. You give it the call out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A boss sits with a blank stare, getting reprimanded in his high chair. Show no respect for his honeybee, buzzing far too long in his toxicity. You're gonna lose your honeybee. New orders come, a new set of plans. Like cigarette dangles from your hands. There are plenty of boys with money in their pants, but there won't be no sweet, cause this bee won't dance. Lose your honeybee. You're gonna lose your honeybee. your honeybee. Oh my boy, what an appetite you have for the fruit of the vine. You let the flowers go and die. Queen, we left you to your own device. How does it feel to pollinate alone at night? Lose your honeybee. A boy sits with a blank stare, getting reprimanded in his high chair. Show no respect for his honeybee, buzzing far too long in his toxicity. Yeah. Lose your honeybee.
Lose your honeybee.
Your honeybee.
Lose your honeybee.
Lose your honeybee.
Lose your honeybee.
Your honeybee.
Lose your honeybee.
Your honeybee.
Lose your honeybee.
Yay!
Beautiful. I really thought that was like an ecology song about the death of the bees.
Oh, my bees died.
The bees.
What?
I
Pearl?
had a hive and they died. It was
Where?
in my backyard.
Of your house?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so sad.
Okay, I'll get another one though.
Well, look at Pearl's mask is cool because
How
it's
did
kind of camo, so it has
Yeah,
some green.
she's like blending in
So
with the
she's
background.
She's got like a, is it Minecraft? She's got a Minecraft mask because it's going all squares.
Whoa.
Wow,
I feel like Scorpion.
Get over here.
Oh, I love that game.
That game's so hard.
You guys sound fantastic.
Yeah,
like
amazing.
always. I can't thank you enough for coming to be
We're
on the
so
show. This
excited
is
to
so
be
Yeah,
here.
this is so fun.
Yeah, we
Have you had a night away from the baby?
No, this is our first
This is
one.
our first.
Whoa.
I wondered, but I didn't know. I was
Fernet
like,
and
no.
a concert. That's the way.
Can I have a little bit more?
It's a good first
Yeah.
night out.
Well, shouldn't we make the most of it and try to go as late as we can?
No, they have
No, this is
We have a
this
babysitter.
test
We have
the
a
waters, yeah.
babysitter mutiny.
Your grandma?
Grandma, she might be sleeping in the chair when we get back.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well let's get right.
Don't you
Let's get
remember
right
how
to it.
nervous Oh, that's good.
Wow, babysitters. I remember when mine
It's
got old
grandmother.
enough to have babysitters. It was. I got to go out.
Thanks, girl.
Let's see.
Oh man, I love Fernet. Can't wait to play this
The
while
grand-
I again.
the grand-
I enjoyed the Fernet as well.
Play second
Do you guys
song.
need more?
Parental advice from the pros. Parental advice from the pros
What
is
is
the
it?
next talking point.
Oh.
Parental advice from the pros.
Don't look at us.
Yeah, not pros.
We're not pro.
We're supposed to be.
Yeah, well, some of us are the pros.
Thank you, Pearl.
You guys are pros.
Yeah, you guys are pros. I would say
Bullshit.
that we should be. We need the advice.
Oh,
I just wanted to break this down to a couple of.
to give you that. I forgot all that.
Well, Josh, we have to try to remember, but there's like a. I wanted to break it down to. There's two areas of expertise. One is the professionals, me and
Well,
Josh.
yes. Yeah.
and the other area of expertise is
Better.
the
wiser.
people who live in this age, not the age, not the ancient, not the times when understanding wasn't quite the same as it is now. So they have more insights into the stuff that we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like you to share your freshest baby
okay.
advice that some stuff me and Josh did not do.
We might not have done it because we weren't our wives.
Yeah, because we're not our wives, for one. Number two, we grew up not knowing how to take care of babies, our whole lives,
Oh, look, my wife's on the chat, so she.
And also because
Boy.
it was 2000. It was
Human.
It was 2007 or something. So what do you got?
What do you got?
I don't have any I don't know if it's advice, but I would just the thing that I keep chanting to myself is to be present, I guess. I mean, that's a common thing, but because they change so much, and it's kind of crazy just to watch them change within a day. and I don't want to like forget that. And I also don't like want to forget how like it's the hardest thing I think I've done, like those first couple weeks of like solid sleep deprivation. But it's also like, it's like I don't know, it feels like you're like trying to care for this like living thing, but then like you're becoming a parent as well, so you're like transforming at the same time you're trying to keep something alive.
That's what Sean said. He said that you're reborn as a parent.
Yeah,
you are.
and so it's like, yeah, you're like just like in this metamorphosis. That's what I feel like. And so, and I maybe, yeah, that's, and I think that I keep saying like, hey, just like be aware that like watch, you're changing just as much as this kid's changing. And
Everybody's figuring it out together.
yeah.
That's amazing. I feel like I was a shallow parent now.
What?
No way.
That was real deep. So I don't know if I felt that when I was there that
Well,
time. So
I'm
I wish
sure
I
you
would have
did.
been more present.
I
when
was
we
like
were
that. I just
younger.
forgot. You probably were too, Josh. You just forgot.
No, we'd have to
You
have
forget.
the wife chime in. She'll be like, "No way, he's too busy working."
My advice is it gets better. But as insulation against the not needing to know it gets better for me and Josh, we don't care anymore. It's because you forget
Yeah.
the bad parts.
Mhm.
You memorize the good parts.
It's pretty amazing though. You guys are...
Yeah, good job.
What about you?
Very brave.
What about my advice?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your advice, Bridget?
Well, I will say that he is like sleeping through the night,
Wow.
and I think that's because we've been like really. I think that babies look for patterns. These are things I've read. Is that like
Aha! This is what I'm looking for. I never read that.
so? Like babies look for patterns, and so
No, I knew what Lena was studying. We didn't know they
So,
look for patterns.
if you start to like when they like around this time because he's 4 months, like he can start to like realize like patterns, and so if you do the same thing like every night, he starts to realize like it's bedtime, and then you just have to be super consistent about when you put him down. It's like between 7 and 8 is called magic hour.
We learned about consistency, but not about the baby's role in the consistency, like looking for recognition.
Yeah, they're like little
Yeah.
pattern finders.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense now. I wish they would have.
Yeah.
I wish that was an idea in
Oh,
2007.
look, I'm getting shamed as we speak.
Just say it was a long time ago, Josh, and you didn't understand what to do back then.
Yeah.
You didn't have your owner's
Well,
manual?
you're the one who had the feeder hooked to you.
Yeah, well,
She
the
was
owner's
the
manual is better now.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, let's move on.
But anyway.
Let's talk about cats.
Kids.
Okay, let's check the list. Parental advice from the professionals of yesteryear. Today's goals. Beautifuls play first song.
Oh.
Do you guys want us to play? Who wants the Beautifuls to play song?
We
I do.
You
I'll
guys
play-
do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want me to come play the drums?
Yeah. If you wanna, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Do you have
Just
a
like I
kid
gotta
song,
untangle
Dave?
my cord.
I like the song about the being at the Women's March.
We better play a song
Well-
about kids.
There's just a couple things on my
80s.
mind that were really important. Pearls. One, I wanted you to pick the song. Second, I do have a song about my children.
I love those
Ooh, I
songs.
like
Those
that.
are my favorite ones.
Third, I wanted to pick a random song because we're finishing our album that's from TV show material just now. So I got it all out of my system. I don't give a crap what we
You're
play.
talking that mic so I can mute this other one.
Okay.
If
Here.
you can.
Can you hear me now? Okay, we'll try to play a song. But Pearl, should we play a song about my own children, or do you want to pick one? This one's about my kids when they're a little older, like 3. Okay. Here's the song about my children.
Your gremlins?
Gremlins. Let's try to play a perfect version. Yeah, Josh just barely made it into the forest over by us. And you can hear it, Josh, but you don't have your fingers on the sliders anymore. Okay, I guess I'll. You got yours working, bro? Don't look at each other. 3, 2, 1. I guess we'll have to play it in like a 4/4 time signature. And let's play. Yeah, let's just be really careful with this and try to do a good job on this. Because it's baby episode, so I'd like to honor my babies. 14-year-old babies. Yeah, they are pretty cool. Can't imagine anyone cooler, actually. Yeah, my kids are really cool. Yeah, take off the headphones if it's working, Josh, because listen. Oh, yeah, that's what it's going to sound like. Let me listen upon you with my own ears. But you'll die. It's worth it. That's Darth Vader. Cause what you believe is what you become. Try and believe in what you already are. Ooh, what a rare thing. Who do you think that you are? Who made you? It was a robot from the depths, programmed to destroy. And he stands there boldly next to the trees and the soil, just beneath your skin. Be yourself, be yourself, and never die. And never die, and never die, and never die, and kill and never die. Ooh, what a strange feeling. Be where you are. Be anywhere that you want. Being something shattered leaves you living in the shadow of everything that matters.
believing that the lights are shining out of your own eyes. If you could enter a new machine and hold still, what would you do now and why? What would you do now and why? Maybe worship time, maybe worship place and time. Feel place and time. That was my parenting advice. That song was when they got a little older. Well, it was about understanding the human condition as young as they can.
Oh, I made it to it.
Which is, how did you explain that to them?
Is that mic working, Josh?
Yeah. It's good now.
I explained it like this: that you are allowed to think anything. You're allowed to express yourself in almost any way if it's contextualized artistically, and that you're allowed to, and outside of that, you're allowed to do almost nothing. Very limited.
And you explained this to him when?
They were like 4 or something, 4 or 5. But I explained it to them because they, because we went to the coffee shop, and then and they were reading the comic books there, and there was like all these like sexy ladies getting wrapped up in barbed wire and stuff like that, and blood everywhere in comic books.
Whoa.
You know,
Yeah,
that's what comic books are about.
Yeah.
Don't you guys know? So they were drawing all these pictures, and they were gonna get, and I was afraid they were gonna get in trouble if they went to school and showed all their pictures of like sexy ladies wrapped up in barbed wire with blood everywhere.
Yeah.
So I had to explain.
You get your kids sent to the principal's office at 4.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, they
that's-
must have been older. They must have been 6 actually, because they were in elementary school.
So, we have some viewers that are asking, what's your baby's name? And it is a boy.
It's a boy, and his name is Wren.
With the W.
With the
The-
W. Like the bird, like the songbird.
Yeah. That's my my little sister's middle name.
Nice.
Eliza Wren
Yeah.
and Darwin.
Yeah, and her daughter Darwin.
Wow.
I
I wish they were here.
What are you guys gonna do when your kid starts to draw pictures of
On the walls.
I'm gonna play him that
sexy
song.
ladies wrapped up in barbed wire with swords everywhere.
Oh my god.
What are you guys gonna do? What's your strategy for that?
I just realized I have to get one. Get a strategy.
Yeah. These are all too overwhelming.
Yeah, that was
We're-
just like, I got deep.
We're just in the thick of it right now.
I guess you'll have to draw sexy
Yeah.
dudes with.
As long as you draw
Barbed
sexy
wire?
dudes too with barbed wire around
You
them.
have to draw sexy dudes with barbed wire.
Yeah, one of my kids was a kind of a prolific artist as a little girl, and she drew all these horror scenes and drew horror scenes on the walls,
That's
like
all right.
from The Ring.
Oh my gosh, how scary.
It was horrible.
You're like, oh, that's amazing.
But I'm so
but-
scared.
It was horrible because they were masterpieces, and I had to make them. Back then, it wasn't about patterns; it was about making the kid clean it up themselves.
Right.
So that was horrible. That was horrible.
Yeah.
That's like someone telling us to like throw all our instruments away because we did something
Oh,
wrong.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my mom took away My Little Ponies because I drew all over them. I was putting makeup on them.
Oh.
Yeah, and little did she
Just make them
know.
prettier.
Yeah.
And then
my
later
gosh.
on, I shaved my friend's head in the 8th grade, and I got grounded so hard.
Oh yeah.
I missed the Valentine's Day party, and I was going to have my first kiss. I was really fucking pissed.
Oh no.
Jeez, Pearl, that's horrible.
That is
I
horrible.
know, and I still do their hair to this day, so you have to be really careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, guess what my kid told me today? Because she's almost 14, and she said that when she was like 12 or something, and they're different every week, you know that. She
Every
was,
day, geez.
yeah, she was very upset that I wouldn't listen to her when she said she didn't want to do all her math extracurricular homework. And I was like, well, you were a kid. You weren't very consistent. I didn't believe what you said, but I do now because now you're 14. And she was like, no, I was the same back then.
Whoa.
You're like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Shit, I kind of missed that. Tell me again.
She just tried to express that how she feels now and how she perceives respect and liberty and stuff like that is the same as
As it
when she
was when
was
she-
a little kid.
Yeah, I
That's
think
very
that's
true.
true. I think that, I would get that.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
I had to talk a 4-year-old out of a cotton candy tantrum without crying. She was hysterical. I had to try not to laugh. I was like, well, trying to make her feel validated. But I was like, oh my god, this is so horrible.
It's hard to be a parent because I'd have to start laughing. So basically, she was expressing to me that I was just picking on her whole childhood
Aw.
by just, helping her
Oh shit.
do
dude.
normal stuff.
I'm sorry.
You're like, well, I wasn't picking on you. I was just
Yeah,
trying to
it's
show you the mundane things of life.
Well, I was trying to show you that like you were acting crazy. I was trying to act normal. I was trying to bring normalcy to our relationship. Okay, let's check the list.
Well, I sure am glad how my kids have all turned out so far.
Yeah,
Oh my
me
God.
too.
Same. You guys have the coolest kids.
Yeah, you guys have done pretty good from what we can tell.
Okay, let's check the list here.
Thank you.
Let's see what they.
We'll have to talk
It's
to them about
it's
it.
them. Yeah, we're not in charge. Okay, let's
But
see.
I'm really happy to be their dad, so I guess we've done.
Do you mean
Our
Mogwai?
Mowgli talks.
What?
Mowgli talks.
What's Mowgli?
Well, the reason we're meeting in the jungle is because the jungle child Mowgli, and you guys just have a child. So maybe it'd be because I wanted to do like a jungle, like
Oh. Like a Jungle Book.
yeah, Jungle Book style. What do you guys got?
Wait,
You're
what?
probably more in tune with the Jungle Book than me. I have vague understandings of the Jungle Book.
Bridget, how would you raise the child at 4 months old?
In the jungle.
Because time stands still when they're so little. I know, but it's like 4 months old. How would you do? Do you think the jungle would be better? And how would you?
How would I raise him in the jungle?
Yeah,
If I had to raise him in the jungle?
yeah, I guess so.
Oh yeah,
I
eat
don't know.
ants. We've got eat ants from the audience.
We spend a lot of time on the floor, so.
I'm sure there's some ant eating already.
We probably would, we'd look for bugs and stuff.
Thanks, Nora.
What'd you say?
No,
Eat
I said-
ants.
She
No.
said our kids are great.
Oh, yeah.
Our kids are great.
I know,
Sorry.
this baby episode's fantastic. I've been
It's so
loving
cute.
this.
I'm blushing. Is it the Fernet or the
stuff.
baby talk? I can't tell. But I am like so rosy. It's very nice.
Forest floor tummy time.
Oh, Forest floor tummy time.
Ooh, I like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. I was also had all these daymares that you guys would come over with the baby, which I was hoping you would, but the daymares were, is it baby proof in this corner?
Well, the baby
Is it
doesn't
baby
move
proof
around.
over here? What if we go in this room? Is it baby proof? And I was
Right.
like, the world is not baby safe.
No, you have to teach them how to navigate.
Yeah.
But also they just pick up everything. And
What's your greatest baby proofing? We had a thing called the no drawer. They couldn't ever go in. That's where the knives were.
The no-no
that's
drawer.
smart. We also have not worried about that yet because
It's kind of you guys.
Yeah.
he literally you can still just put him wherever and
He
he,
doesn't
stays
roll over
in
yet.
that spot.
Oh my gosh.
I would put resistors sticking
guys are
out of all
dead.
the light sockets, so then if they touched it, it would just shock them softly. Not
Oh my gosh. Shocking me.
Just teach him a lesson.
You will learn.
But it didn't kill
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Okay, let's get on with our list. We have to get. I just looked at the clock and we're probably in a big rush. Let's see. But it's
We're
fun
in
talking
a virtual
about
rush.
I
Let's
like
move
movie
it.
talk.
Yeah, we're in a
Yeah.
virtual rush.
Mildly
Oh.
Talks. That's why we're in the jungle
Mildly
today.
Talks.
The
Third
Graylings
song.
play third song. Let's hear about it, okay? I love knowing about the songs. For example, I thought that one was about DDT. It's not.
I mean, it definitely could be the
It's
DDT.
about-
It's about, the mistreatment of bees.
Of anything.
Of anything.
Bees. Yeah, but bees are pretty important.
Yeah.
As a species,
They are.
kind of more important than a lot of stuff.
It's because you guys have 2 songs about bees that mention bees.
We have a lot of birds and bees in this album.
Yeah.
Hey, birds and the bees. Let's look at this thing. That's what I was trying to do here.
Oh,
What?
what? That's the birds and the bees.
Yeah.
They came together.
2 members of the Graylings.
That's what happened.
Rhododendron.
Ren's got lots of nicknames.
Rhododendron.
Rhinodendron, which is a lot longer than Ren.
He's got a theme song with that one too.
He does.
Aw.
Rhododendron, rhododendron, rhododendron.
I guess we're gonna sing the best songs for your kid.
Oh my gosh.
That's like his Lord of the Rings
Ren.
soundtrack.
What did you come up with the name Ren?
Yeah, what was the inspiration?
Well, I mean, I think the songbird thing is pretty cool. And I feel like, honestly, I named him because
I was like, I don't know.
we ended up.
You birthed him.
Well, I birthed him, but then we ended up in the hospital. We were planning a home birth, but then that just did not work out. So,
What happened? Was there like an
well,
emergency?
he was breech, and he never turned.
Oh, I remember that. I
Yeah,
kinda
so
remember.
then you can't really attempt that unless everybody knows exactly what they're doing, and it's a lot. So anyway, I went to the hospital, and then long story short, tried to turn him, and my water broke and all this stuff, so ended up having C-section. And
Oh, no way.
so then you're in the hospital, and you haven't-
Caesarean.
yeah, cesarean, and you're in the hospital and you haven't slept at all, 24 hours or longer.
That's
Just-
terrible.
They should make the floors in a
Just-
hospital padded because you haven't slept and you're holding this baby. You're
It's
like,
terrifying.
mhm.
But also, yeah, and so then I wasn't expecting to have to name him so quickly, but they come in the next day and want the birth certificate, you to fill out their birth certificate stuff. So I was like, we're naming him Ren. I just made the decision.
That's cool.
And I like that. Actually, I've been experiencing a lot of people assuming that he's a girl, and I kind of like that his name could be either gender.
Because
Yeah.
could be
Ambidextrous.
either.
I had wondered if you had it before and it was just a nice gender neutral name.
I think it's a good gender neutral name.
Yeah, it's excellent.
So
It is
I
excellent.
know.
I just always really liked it.
Yeah, I know both.
I'm gonna tell my
Humans
mom to
named
rename me
Ren.
now.
Hey, I'll tell the story real quick.
Oh, but these guys gotta sing a song. So it has to
No,
be-
it'll be really quick. It's just my children have a Greek name and a Finnish name, which is their
Oh yeah, that's cool.
heritage just a little bit. So that's kind of fun to do because tradition's cool. And then Josh has names. Josh, can I talk about something?
Yeah, of course. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's about your extreme dyslexia.
Oh yeah.
You've suffered from your whole life. I mean,
Why do you call it extreme?
Oh yeah, that's why we named our
It's
kids
pretty
4-letter
extreme.
words.
Yeah, so Josh's kids are all 4-letter. They have really easy,
So I can
easy to
also
spell
them out.
names
Lola,
and easy to
Gigi,
handle names.
Irie.
That's awesome.
Lola Gigi Irie.
Yeah,
Yep.
I thought that was really cool. Okay, tell us about the song.
Which one are we doing?
We could do Orion's.
Okay.
This one's just kind of, it's a wandering song. I think it's not a lot to tell about it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I think it fits in the context of like the pandemic and some isolation that I'm sure is pretty prevalent with people, and just like some of those like loopy thoughts that we can't get out of. So this one's called Orion's Belt.
I got home from work last night, saw Orion's belt in a moonless sky. Opened the door to our apartment, smell of lavender from the bath. You'd already hit the sack, made some soup, turned on the TV, drank a beer and watched a film by Disney, and it bummed me out. Oh, I'm tired of this place, I need something to change. And I try to say what I want, but these words just fail me. Dark waters in my mind, I feel like I'm drifting. Friends have long moved on, while I'm still looking for the lonely acre-lease between the effort and the ease. On a gentle wave you are drifting, this bed you float far from me. In the dark I hear you sing from a distant dream. I play name night tune to slow my breathing till the ship of sleep comes for me. You gotta have some faith, have some faith. And I try to say what I want, but these words just fail me. Dark waters in my mind, I feel like I'm drifting. Friends have long moved on, while I'm still looking for the lonely acre-lease between the effort and the ease. The lonely acre-lease between the effort and the ease.
Wow.
Bravo.
Beautiful. God. Holy mother of God.
What would it be like?
Wow. Gosh. Very inspirational.
Kid's gonna have the best singing parents.
I really liked that you said Bridget needed to sing to Ren more because he was going to sound Tom Waits.
Oh yeah.
Because Zach had been the only one singing.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta start singing to this kid or he's gonna have wonky pitch.
I had like a hard time in the beginning for some reason. Feels like singing to him for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is
You
that?
were
What are
shy.
you talking about?
I don't know. Yeah, I think I was just like, I felt like insecure or something.
Which is so funny.
Which is so funny because it's like he doesn't care.
God. Well, that brings me up to, when are you guys gonna have a chance to, do your musical stuff again? Because you're gonna be so busy with Ren, so you don't have enough brain cells to just do anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when are you guys gonna get a chance to play again?
Well, this was like the start. We want to keep doing it. We
Will
hope
you come
that he'll
play
be...
our things when we do them?
Oh, hell yeah.
With the babysitter? Get a babysitter?
For sure.
What about going to the bar when we get our shots?
Yeah, definitely. We got some parents coming to
Yeah,
town,
my
too.
parents are moving here.
Yay.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
we'll have
Did they find a house?
sitters.
No, they're gonna just come out and like
Take a
stay in an Airbnb till they can.
Jeez,
find
buying
something.
houses
Really?
these days is
Oh, really?
nuts.
To help take care of the child?
Well,
Lena's
yeah,
sister did that.
They just like, all it took was us having a kid, and then they're
They're
like,
"We wanna
okay, we'll move to
Be where
Utah.
you're at.
Oh, they
And
just
my-
want to settle where the
Where
kid
the
is.
baby is, and then my sister and her husband are gonna move here too. So
Wow.
We're part of
Man,
the
this kid
we're part of the
is like-
migration. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
gravity force.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Do your parents live? Was it down in Arizona?
Hope he never
yeah, in
rebels.
Arizona.
Oh, that's
What is,
to go from there though to Utah.
What is Ren's middle name?
Robert after Zach's dad,
Nice.
and Zach's middle name's Robert too.
Very Greek.
Yeah, very much.
Robert?
And
Robert, Ren Robert.
would you adopt Ivy? She wants you guys to sing her to sleep every
Yeah,
night.
that's my wife. She wants you guys to sing her just because I.
We're gonna have to sing Ivy to sleep every night. This is kind of what that show is. Here you go, Ivy.
Yeah,
This is the greatest
the
show.
Snoozy
I love
Tunes.
it. You guys sound so good in here.
Thank you.
Nice.
Since it's a baby show, I'm talking to my dad. He's updated me on the Jazz game.
Oh,
Because we play the Lakers tonight, we got a chance at winning.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
like,
real excited. About
They're
it
really
this year.
good this year, right? I don't.
Yeah, the
I've not
Lakers
followed
is our
anything.
team that is the most competition where
Because babies dribble. Babies
We're
dribble
winning.
so
Babies
much.
dribble.
Babies dribble.
babies dribble.
NSPS has survived two babies.
I gotta check the
Really?
goals because I want to get the other songs before we
Yeah,
run out
I
of
do
time.
too.
What did you say, Josh?
Well, John Howa says NSPS has survived and thrived with two babies.
Survived and thrived. Take away the thrive, maybe.
Oh, they have
Babies
thrived.
are hard.
No, the band has thrived though.
Oh. Okay. Well, I hope you guys thrive, Graylings.
Thanks.
Thank you. We love that we have this
We're
little.
gonna teach him how to play drums as soon as possible.
Yeah, family
You guys
band.
will just be
Really?
That would be amazing.
He's got the shaker thing. He's getting
My
that
kids are
down.
just starting to. They're 14, by the way. They're just starting to play music right now.
That's cool.
But they've been playing for a long time.
They have, but reluctantly. But they actually kind of think
Now
it's.
kinda
They think
like
it's
they
fun
think it's
now.
cool.
Now
They
they're
have
getting
like
into
a.
it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
How
Okay.
old were you when you thought it was cool
Same.
about that?
14 or
age?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I was 17 before I thought it was cool.
Guess how old?
Because I listened to Jimi Hendrix.
Guess how old? I
What?
How old were you, Josh?
was? 42.
42?
Hey, you started playing the drums?
No, and Josh started being a performer.
Yeah, I was. I couldn't.
Every day, me and Josh would look at each other and say, Josh, there's one place we belong.
And
The
Dave would say-
stage.
And
The
Dave would say on the
stage.
stage, and I'd
On the stage. No, you believe me. You knew that it's just one of the main
I'll put
places.
nails in some way.
I was thinking the second.
But now I like to do that stuff.
The
Yeah.
second show I ever played, I still didn't know how to tune the guitar yet. Dave tuned it for me on the stage.
That's
prior to the
awesome.
show.
With Red Benny's show?
No,
What
with
was it?
Nick's show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's out of tune. What do I do? What do I do? I can't believe I did that. That's so crazy.
I think that's awesome.
I do too.
I just knew where the notes were. I didn't know anything about the guitar.
When did you guys start? Bridget, when did you start
remember
doing
I
I
singing?
started singing in first grade.
Yeah,
Booyah,
wow,
that's
you
what I
could
knew
tell.
something was going on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got invited on the stage in front of my whole school. There was a school assembly,
Oh my, scary.
and I had like
seriously.
I'd been in music class, and I told my teacher that I knew all the words to the first Noel, And, she
Oh,
was
cute.
like, and I sang it for her, and so then they like had a big assembly like that next day, and she's like, before we start, I have a first grader who knows all the words to the first Noel. Bridget, will you come up here and
Oh
sing?
my god.
And I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
I did, and then everybody like afterwards was like, "You're so good," and I was like, "So I'm doing the rest of my life."
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was kind of the first time I ever got validation.
Yeah.
I think that's important when you're
Valid.
young.
It
It's like,
is.
and that sets your like, you know, like you hear it
Well,
when
yeah,
you're
it's
young.
just
You're
like you
"Oh,
realize
yeah."
you're like it's something that people think you're good at it, and
Well, duh, it's fun too.
yeah, and it's fun, and
Has a social function.
Totally.
Yeah.
Can't hurt when you're older too.
Can't hurt when you're older. I mean, I'd be I'm
Any
crying
compliments
because
are
my
fine.
laptop's broken right now instead of having this amount of fun. Zach, when did you start
Someone's
doing rock and roll?
I really wanted to. I've always wanted to do rock and roll, and I remember like I was begging for a guitar, but I was not a good kid, and so like I was waiting. I was in 5th grade, and I really wanted one, but I was not a good kid, so I had to wait till I was 6th grade till I got my act together until I got a guitar. I've always wanted to be.
What kind of guitar did you get? Electric or
No, I got a Seagull. It was a Seagull acoustic, and I used to
Nice.
take lessons at Summer Hayes Music.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Who's your teacher?
I don't remember. I wasn't a good student. I don't know. Yeah, I always just
Critical. I'm
wanted
sure
to
you
do
were
it.
lovely.
I think that's been my biggest attribute.
Well, you sound great. Sounds really.
Sure paid off.
did you want to be Jim Morrison?
No, I mean I was
Is that
like
what
every
started
young,
you on?
kid that
Jimi
had it,
Hendrix,
you
right?
know. No. Yeah, I loved music.
Okay, let's move on. Let's not run out of time. But
That was a good
gosh,
talk.
music is so freaking fun. I love it. I had to hit rock bottom near the end of high school before I turned to the dark arts. And my dad's a famous musician too, so
What's the dark
so I
arts?
music. So I was rebelling against my dad previous to then, kind of. I mean,
So was I, Dave.
but he
We
never
both
he
were.
never really yeah. He never really you know.
I mean, that would be hard to be in like a family full of musicians and then like
Yeah.
find your own way in that.
Well, musicians are really selfish. My dad was kind of like that too when I was a kid. He was just like, I'm doing my thing. I'm not going to try to make you do it too. He was having enough fun doing it himself.
Yeah.
He was just supportive and helpful. But he never... I bug my kids about it all the time, but my dad never bugged me about it. Never.
Wow, I thought they probably did.
No, he just showed me how to play some chords when I asked him. Only.
That's so nice.
That's after living with him my whole childhood. He was just very, very, respectful. But there was 5 of us, though, too.
Wow.
So what's the birth? How's it go? Where are you in birth order?
Middle, duh. Can't you tell?
You're the middle kid?
Yeah.
Nice.
Where are you, Josh?
Gemini,
I'm the
middle.
Baby.
You're
Josh is the
Gemini?
baby.
I'm baby Josh.
Obviously.
Pearl, what are you?
I'm the oldest.
You're the first pancake. First
Me?
pancake.
Yeah. You're the oldest too. Yeah.
How
And
old's your
then
parents were
you're
the-
the oldest too, right, Brenda?
No, I'm the baby.
You're the baby, but you just have one sibling.
I just have an older sister.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright. Okay, cool.
Okay, let's check our goals.
Checking. Yeah.
Hey Dave,
Goals.
Look what my
Goals.
shirt says.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Josh, that's a cool shirt.
Josh is always
Yo,
blurry.
Joe!
Josh
G.I.
has
Joe.
been blurry as long as we've been doing this show.
Well, I have my
FYI.
G.I. Joe
He
shirt
is
on.
blurry.
It's called the
He's
glamour
been blurry
shot.
this whole
Me
time.
and my kids are excited to find it.
That shirt. You
It's to make him
found
look
that?
younger.
Look at my shirt. My
At
shirt
Schmidt's
says...
Marketplace, and it was on sale for half price.
I have a... Zach,
What's next
Yo.
on the list?
are you in touch with your Greek heritage at all?
Yes.
I'm like trail mix Greek and like I adopt.
I mean, do you have like a grandpa who's like Greek or something?
Yeah, we use like all like the names
Robert.
like Papu and
Grandpa Bob.
I have Grandpa Bob, but he's been long gone.
Well,
Papu.
I have a Greek shirt. Greece.
Do you have Greek heritage, Dave?
Just my grandfather's dad was from Greece.
Was your grandfather named Dave?
My grandfather's name was Gordon Pappas. Pappas is.
Pappas.
They changed it to Pappas.
Oh yeah, your mom
you-
is Nikki.
I went to
Yeah, my
Cyprus
mom's
a lot,
Nikki
so
and-
I
My
got
best friend
to
growing
see
up's
all
name was
these names
Nikki
in
Pappas,
person.
so I was like,
All the Greek
Whoa,
names.
really?
Yeah.
That's my mom's name.
I know.
Lots of
so I
us
was
going
like,
on.
wait, Dave knows
It's
who he is.
great. It's an amazing place.
I want to go
Oh.
to Greece. Let's get the hell out
Yeah,
of
it's
this
pretty
pandemic.
Let's go to Greece. This sucks. We're going to Greece. Let's check
go in
Let's check the
October.
list first, though. Let's see. Let's leave the camera on them so we can get a good react on this.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh.
let's see. The Graylings. Okay. Baby
We
proofing.
already
We
talked
talked
about
about
We already talked about
Yeah,
it.
they're not to that.
We're not
stage
there yet.
We jumped the gun. We talked about it in our
I
conversation.
knew it.
Beautiful's play second
Let's
song.
skip
Let's
it,
skip
though.
it because we're in a rush.
Yeah.
I already played my song to my children.
And they're not even watching.
Yeah. The Graylings play fourth
Yes.
song.
Yeah.
I want to react. The Graylings play fourth song. Woo! What's this one about? I liked that last one a lot.
Same. Can we play the last one?
We can talk about it after. I love these speeches.
What's this one about?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, this one's kind
This one's like a feeling. I don't really know how to explain it.
Let's talk about it after that if you can't just see that.
Maybe we could
It's not a
like
political topic.
have you guys. I don't know. Maybe you tell us what it is. Or I don't know.
Okay, we'll do an analysis.
Analysis. I like that.
Little bird, she cried tonight, sitting on her perch. As she looked into his eyes, her heart began to churn. Do you know you want from me? Do you know you want from me? I've clipped my wings, but I will leave as soon as they grow back. How can you say what should be said? Spoiled for so many choices. Little bird is pecking at his chest. Do you know you want from me? Do you know you want from me? I've clipped my wings, but I will leave as soon as they grow back. Life does not hand you an answer. Time will only reveal. Little bird flies alone. Will you just stand still?
Yeah, wow, woo! Beautiful, that's so beautiful. Holy cow. Holy cow.
We should do a back-to-back song.
We'll just We'll see what's happening.
I don't know.
Do you want to talk about it, you guys?
That was very bluesy and sick.
I think it's
Very
about.
cool.
I think it's about the human need to synergize and all the pain it causes.
Like that.
I like that too.
That's what we'll say from now.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that one's always been hard to put into words. I haven't really. It kind of is what it is, a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, I love seeing these songs in this context. Is this a good context for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like to be on TV?
I'm on TV.
This
I'm
TV
on
for
TV.
sure.
Yeah, you can go back and watch it on YouTube. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
on Twitch
It's different.
For 2
For,
weeks.
it's different for every. We don't like
YouTube
playing in this
forever.
context, frankly. But
You guys don't?
I don't mind it, but
I don't prefer it. But I like talking in this context.
What's your favorite context for the music that you make?
Oh, Twilight.
Twilight.
It's in a regular spot in a public place where you have a lot of isolation. I also like playing up on the patio. Also, the patio was
Yeah,
really
that's
nice.
That
really-
was
that
really
was
The
very
patio
nice.
was formal enough to fill those needs.
Mm-hmm.
It was
But just like the anonymity of playing it, of having permission to play at the bar where we don't have, with no weight on us. That's the funnest.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the bar and you told them you didn't want to go back until it is outside. I was like, no.
Well, we need our shots, bro. It's gonna be warm before we
No,
get our
what
shots.
if we just get a barrier so nobody can get within 6 feet of you?
a plastic barrier.
What I don't know if we need.
Bubble band.
I
Earl, you have to get your shot. You're a
I play with a
disposable
plastic barrier.
worker.
Disposable.
That's why I need to get it because
Me and Pearl have to.
I gotta keep
we-
working my whole
Yeah,
life.
No,
We've
we're
been-
gonna get our shots as soon as we possibly can. I'm sorry
But
you're
we
not
have
old
to
enough to
deal
get
with it
shots like
every
me and
day.
Josh.
We have to deal with it every day, so it's like. But I guess.
I
if
just
you're
want to
playing
like.
music,
I
then,
just.
you know,
I don't.
take
I
the
just don't want to
chance.
get a germ that I can get a shot for. Give me a break.
Although the bars at night get kind of gross.
But they said we
like
can
my
play
job, I don't
earlier.
have someone come over and breathe.
What's the
on me.
point of playing
That is
there?
true.
We only play there so they can make money from people being there. I don't want people to go get me sick.
But they
vice
also
versa.
there seemed
And if-
like no, they were packed. It wasn't about making money. They were already packed. They wanted to hang.
What are you talking about?
They want us to come back, not because
Not
of
for the dough?
money. No,
Yeah,
because
they're-
I went
It's
there
for-
and it was
it's-
busy.
Well, both. There's two. There's two sides to that coin. We have friendships too, but it's for the money. Give me a break.
Yeah, well, let's get some money then.
Let's get some.
It's for them to have all the money. We don't even. It's not even for us. It's just for us to have that, to be able to do that.
Do you think
But I
that
don't
you
want to do it in germ zone.
will you continue the balcony?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Show?
the second it gets okay, let's do a news flash.
I'd love
We
that.
need a special guest for tomorrow. If anybody wants to play tomorrow,
Nor wants
got
to
that?
play.
Got that tomorrow. If anybody wants to come play tomorrow, if you don't come over and play, then it'll be a pretty boring show. Also, the second it's warm, we're going to be playing on our front porch, which we will do for the rest of our lives, right,
Cool.
Josh?
Those
Yeah.
were awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those were really
Not
special.
my porch, but your.
Yeah,
No, your porch
is
too. Your
awesome.
porch
Oh,
too,
my
Josh.
porch
I drank
too.
Your
I
porch
drank
is
a
awesome.
wine and Coke the other day, and I almost freaked out because it reminded me of how much fun we had in
And
front
I
of
have a
Boo's
new
Teak.
porch.
I have. We have
You guys
a. We have
have
a
a backyard.
patio. We
Yeah,
I
would
think
you
we
love.
should do
Your
porch.
backyard.
We should do porches all
Oh,
over.
that
so
would be
people
really
play outside
cool.
now. After COVID's, people can play outside. It's
well,
fine.
and venues aren't able to. They're gonna have their capacity thing for a while, so I think that's.
Yeah, so-
we're gonna be hosting a lot.
Yeah,
of our
when
own
we need to
stuff.
get our shots, we'll go to the bar and we'll go right inside the bar. Oh, and when it gets warm, we'll go play outside the bar.
I like the traveling porch show.
I think
That
a
could
traveling
be-
porch show would be cool.
I just got
Yeah.
a harmonica set, so.
A
I
harmonica
think
set?
we should.
Yeah.
This summer we should do the traveling. We
I
need to do the traveling porch show.
Yeah, well, except can you just travel to my house, everybody?
We already do that, Dan. You're gonna have to start sharing.
No, because I want to do it. You have to do it in one spot every time.
Is
We'll
your
just- we'll
school
add on.
registered?
Nicest porch.
We'll add on.
Yeah.
We'll just add other shows.
Well, that's what we're going to do.
Nicest porch
End of
is
story.
relative.
We're just waiting for the weather to get warm so we can go into the Mother Nature's germ-free zone,
Love
and then we're gonna get our
Whoa.
shots and go to the bar.
All of our porches are all backlined too. We're ready to go.
Look at
Yeah.
Nora says she likes the traveling one too. So.
Well,
Yeah.
because you guys all have to travel to my
Nora
house.
has a
That's
nice
the.
porch.
You all have to go to my house already,
So
but
what you
can't
should- you
one
have to
person
share
be
the
lazy?
pain. Yeah, share the pain. Share the pain.
Okay, well I have a very nice porch. Admit it, everybody.
You do
Admit
have
it.
it's
You
it's
have a
gonna
nice
be
porch.
the hardest
It's a
porch to
great
top.
porch.
I go to your house every week, Josh, to go play on your porch. I did in the summer.
I know,
Okay,
my porch
we've
was
all
terrible.
played on each other's porches.
My porch had stickers where people would sit, and then it was. yeah, it's just
I came
downtown.
over every single time. I love traveling too, but I wish we could just do it at my house. Okay, let's check the list.
Yeah, let's check it. Graylings play fifth song.
Do
You
we
don't
have
know what
fifth
it's gonna
one?
say,
That's what
Pearl.
it should say.
You don't.
Which one?
Maybe whoever makes the list should say
Let's see.
speak that way.
Let's see if she's right. This is always fun.
Nope. There's one more talking point.
Oh,
Out with the
what the-
old.
Ready for some.
Oh, there's probably more. In
What's
with
this
the
called?
new. Do you guys have
Traveling porch.
any thoughts about your mortality
It's
with your child?
9:55.
Are you ready for your child
better
to
hurry.
bite the dust? I mean, for you to bite the dust and your
Ooh.
child to live on.
I'm okay with that one. The first one you said would
Yeah,
be
that
like,
was
oh,
horrible.
that would be like that. That's a very real realization. It's the most horrible thing you can imagine.
Ugh, we don't feel that way anymore. Our kids got old enough that we don't feel that way anymore. They have to get like
Well, I'm
13.
so scared. I want to expire before my kids.
Oh
I
yeah.
want to
yeah.
be like there's the cartons.
yeah,
of
but
milk
you're
and
not
there's
gonna.
the
But
old one.
unlike the Graylings, you're not afraid they're gonna die every single day.
Well, I
Right,
started
which
to
you
do
are
still.
right now. That's how we feel.
But it's
right
not as delicate.
Less so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's 9:35. Okay.
Yeah,
Way
I
to
bought
bring
my
it up, Dave.
I bought my
That's
kids a bunch of
scary on
mace
their
so they
little-
can go for walks.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see.
Mace.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Little loaves of bread.
yeah, I say you can't go for a walk unless you have your mace and a full loaf of bread
Up.
to survive, to survive whatever happens.
I asked my mom what you need when you run away, and
What?
she told me 2 loaves of bread, and I didn't know what a loaf was. I just took 2 slices.
now. What other song?
And I ran away. I ate my 2 slices, and then came home.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I guess.
Good thing you misunderstood. You wouldn't have came back.
Because if your kid
Girl,
starts,
that's so funny.
if your kid starts throwing up, you're like, oh no, he's throwing up. What's going on?
Yeah, it's dangerous. Okay, we're supposed to be
Cheech
done
was
by
thrown
now.
up the other day, and I was like, she
My
must have
baby
ate something
smells
bad.
like cheese.
Cheese baby.
Okay, it says the Graylings play 5th song.
I don't. Do we have a fifth one?
Yeah,
I know you guys are just lying.
Yes,
You
have
probably
a
have like
thousand
100 songs.
we do.
But we have.
But I hope
we,
you're picking
this
your
is-
very best ones because this is TV time.
We're dusting off the. What do you want? Do you want to do hummingbird, or do you want to do?
Is Hummingbird about where you die and the babies survive?
Is it? No. We could do that one.
We do Glow Glow.
Oh, we could do that one. I think I could play that. This is a sweet one.
Do you want to talk about it before we play it?
It's a sweet one.
Make sure we got it. I think we got it enough.
We don't know.
I mean,
We can give the context.
okay. This is just about this little glow globe that we had in our room. When I was a kid, my mother got me one and it helped me sleep. And so I've always had issues sleeping, and so Bridget bought me one. And so yeah, and now it's in our
it's in Ren's room.
Ren's room. Yeah. So this is like a little lullaby
So-
that I hope we
No
can
wonder
play.
you can't.
Where would you like to go this evening? I ask my love, staring at the earth from above. This world is glowing here inside our bedroom. Trace Magellan's path to the cities we want to live in.
cobblestone streets of Paris, the labyrinth of Florence to the coast of Oregon, and rest your heavy head upon my shoulder, and dream with me of a world so small and sweet, of a world so small and sweet.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Wow. Makes me want to have a. Makes me want to be a baby.
At your house. Lucky baby.
Yeah.
You're in.
Wow. Okay, guys, the time is
9:40.
9:40, and your babysitter's gonna start.
I
freaking
mean,
out.
she's okay.
Yeah,
You're
she's
gonna have
okay.
to
We're
start
doing.
paying
We're.
overtime.
How about
This is
encores?
awesome.
Do you guys like encores?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if we have a good one. We could do like a cover song.
Are you kidding? We've played 4-hour gigs. Like, what are you talking about?
Are you serious?
It's been a little while though.
Yeah, it
It's
has
been
been
a
a
while.
long while.
Well, we're definitely doing an encore. Let's check. But we don't just fuck around here. So let's check our list. Beautiful's play outro for babies.
Ooh, I
Okay.
like
That's
that.
the end.
Yeah, I want to
So
hear beautiful
let's
too.
do a Let's skip the Beautiful's play outro for babies. Let's do one encore.
Well, you've only played one song.
Well, we don't. This isn't for us. It's for the next generation.
Oh my god.
Babies. I don't know. Just kidding. But yeah, I think we did this last week.
We could do Hummingbird or
Twice.
Slayer or...
And then we'll do a fade out. Let's plan this out nice.
Okay.
Let's play one nice encore with and then maybe a nice parental message, and then we'll do what it says. We'll do a nice fade out and we'll end the show. Does that
I
sound
like
okay?
that. Do you want to do Pale Moonlight?
We don't want to be part of this conversation. We'll think about it. So Pearl, what's going on?
Pale Moonlight.
Really? That's beautiful. Sure.
Alright.
A song, but I didn't want to. You gotta. There was some behind the curtain conversations.
Are you
going on over
Yeah, I
there.
can.
Okay.
We'll just go for it.
I don't want to see it because they're.
Do it.
Yeah.
This one's about mortality. Yeah,
It is.
yeah, it'll get there. It's pretty like on the nose, so I think. Yeah. Ready?
I think so.
We went down to the water last night, swimming naked in the pale moonlight. We were young and so alive, in the cool black water our bodies collide. And I saw the light. I feel the gravel pull between my toes as we walk through the water to put on our clothes. Hand in hand we ran through the woods, two bikes parked on the side of the road. We ride into the morning light. Oh yeah, I saw the light. Ooh, ooh, ooh. hospital bed. The love you held just the other day is drifting from her body into the gray. You try to hold on to your life. Oh God, you try to hold on to your life. Madison, wait for me. I am damned, you are free to swim the length of Montana's banks in the river that bears your name. In the river that bears your name. In the river that bears your name. We went down to the water last night, swimming naked in the pale moonlight. We were young and so alive in the cool black water, bodies collide. I saw the light. Oh yeah, I found my light.
God, you guys gotta have your kid get older so you can do longer shows.
Well, we'll just bring him next time. He'll just sleep.
Yeah, we'll do a shorter show next time, okay? And then you can bring Ren, and then I was really excited to have a.
Well, we can bring him and then we'll just figure out a place to put him down. He can just sleep.
Well,
Like
our-
here. Hey, do you guys want a pack and play?
Maybe. Yeah.
There's one in the hallway. I don't think it's left over. Maybe you guys should take it. It's just like a traditional pack and play.
Yeah?
Do you have one already?
No?
What the hell is that?
Well, just take this one.
Wait,
Take this one,
I'll
okay?
take it.
Okay.
Oh, Lena's here finally.
Oh, Lena, I was just giving away the pack and play. Oh, wow, Lena. Lena says there's two 14-year-old babysitters upstairs, but I don't even trust grown-ups to babysit. Maybe in a little while.
Theirs is probably, they have to have a super babysitter right
Yeah, you need a professional.
Yeah.
But, Lena, is it alright if I give these guys our pack and play that's sitting down here? Right? If it's okay, unless you're saving it for somebody that I don't know. Yeah. Okay, if you take the pack and play, that'll be the last thing I got out of the basement in order to make room to do our TV show.
All right.
Nice.
You'll really take it tonight? I'll help you carry it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
It's a paid gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. In payment, I will offer you one pack and play. I guess we're gonna fade out.
That was fun.
That
Thanks
was
for
way
playing,
fun.
guys.
This was the great show. Man,
Yeah.
finally something that aligns with my interests.
What do you mean finally?
Parent.
Oh. The side talks haven't aligned with your interests?
No, that's no.
Yeah.
No, you gotta think about something. Josh, take us out.
Where's Lena?
She's in Mexico.
Cool. Where?
Mm-hmm.